Hey y'all, welcome back. Today's video is going to be my April budget with me, kind of getting set up for the month. I usually like to do this about a week before, but one, I've been sick, and two, I've been working a lot. So I'm sorry that this is so last minute. I mean, it's not April yet, we've still got 2 more days, but it's coming, and I should have done this before. But you guys know I always just start with my calendar. This is just a basic calendar template that's already in GoodNotes. So I get it set up, my revolving bills. So the bills that I split in half: rent, car payment, car insurance, which charges to American Express. I always mark down, like personal things. So trips, work, I write down my shifts. Usually I haven't done it yet. I usually mark where I can pick up some overtime. So I'll probably do some overtime right around here. I've already picked up the 3rd, but this week I have a big gap that I haven't picked anything up yet. So I'm not going to get a ton of overtime this month just because of how my schedule falls. So there's only 1 day off in between those 6 shifts, and then I'm off for my trip. So the other thing that I like to do is color coordinate my paydays to my bills. So my paycheck that I got on 3/24 covered Target and Capital One, which is my business credit card. So the paycheck didn't actually cover that. That came from my business envelope, but I highlighted anyways just to show myself that it's due. And I have paid rent already, so let me make it a thin check mark and check that off. So yes, we always start with the calendar. And then moving over, you guys know I like to do my goals. Let me see if I can zoom out a little bit. Oh, I don't want to zoom out too far. The iPad looks crooked on my phone, so I'm sorry if it is. I'm gonna write in pink. Pink is my favorite color. So my number 1 goal this month: pay off Target credit card. Please excuse my sloppy handwriting. It's hard for me to see what I'm writing when I'm trying to look through the phone at the same time. So I apologize. 2, emergency fund. 2, 2,300. And 3, gym 4 to 5 times a week. So I'm only setting these 3 goals this month. Last month I think I set too many, which is why I did not achieve as many of them as I would have liked to. So I'm gonna pick 3 and I'm gonna work towards it. If you hear Scooby in the background, as always, I apologize. He is trying to climb under the guest room bed for I don't know what, but he's 75 pounds and can't fit. So if you hear him trying to squeeze himself under, that's what all that noise is. Next thing I do, monthly bills. I like to write everything down, what the bill amount will be. These bills I've already paid, checked it off because it's been paid. So the next bill I need to pay is my car note. I have the money for that already. You guys know I save half of that bill every paycheck, so I'm a month ahead right now. And then the rest of the bills are split up per paycheck, except for utilities. I save $50 a check for utilities. And then I just want to say real quick, this template and the other templates that you see in this video are available on my website. I'll link it down below. They're available individually and, excuse me, and also in the budget starter pack. So next thing I like to do, I forgot my paydays already, 4/7 and 4/21. I like to just write down what bills will be due each paycheck. So 4/7 and 4/21 is going to cut off right there. So Chegg is due on the 9th. That's $16. My phone is due on the 10th. $60. Discover is on the 12th. $36. PNC is on the 16th. $32, and then half rent. Half car. And half insurance. So those are my main bills. I just like to get them all written down for each paycheck. And I only budget my bills through my hospital nursing paychecks. So 421 is the next. I just need to see 28, 29, 30, 31. Is there 30 or 31 days in April? I think there's 30. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll get paid again on May 5th from the 21st. I'm just reminding myself that. So I need to cover Navy Federal, Wi-Fi, pet insurance, Apple, Target. Let's see if I can remember all those. I doubt it. 22nd is Navy Fed. And I forgot already. Look at that. Wi-Fi. Pet insurance, Apple. I just talked about that. I think there's 30 days. And then Target is not going to show that there's a minimum payment due because I've been making so many extra payments, but I'm going to pay the minimum anyways. I think that was all of them. Yeah. And then half rent, half car, half insurance. And actually Target might not even have because I wasn't thinking that's going to be May's minimum payment, and hopefully that card should be paid off. So maybe we won't even have to worry about that. We'll see. Next thing I like to do is go through and write down all of my sinking funds. Now, I am going to do this kind of slow. I'm going to sit here and flip through all my binders so that I can get them in order of how I have them in the binder now. So first is Scooby. I'm not going to go through and count these again. I'm just going to pull the numbers from my sinking fund update for the end of March. That way you don't have to sit here and watch me count again. So these are the categories that I roll over month to month. Well, really paycheck to paycheck. Because like my grocery and spending, if I have leftover money, I'll pull that out. All right, that's it for that binder. Sorry for the awkward silence. I just can't focus and talk at the same time. I'll start writing down the things that I'm saying. I'm almost done though, so I'm sorry. one more binder. I probably should have just did this ahead of time, so I apologize. But y'all are seeing me do my April budget in real time. So if I move kind of slow, that's why. I have to think it through as I do it. And then I have 2 pages for my sinking funds. Alright, so these are all of my sinking funds. I just need to get the balances transferred over. So the end of the month March balance will go in this column under starting balance here. Next is debt tracker. This is beginning of the month balances. So what I'm going to do is copy the end of the month page from March. So I just click right here on the lasso tool and just circle everything that I want to pick up. So once you circle it, you press down, click copy. We'll go back to the page that I wanted on, so the beginning of the month balance. Press down again and click paste, and then just slide it to where you need it. So that looks good right there. You can see beginning of the month, we've got $7,595 as the beginning balance. And then, so this one right here will be the end of the month balance. So end of April, after making all debt payments, is when we'll fill this one out. And then my expense tracker, I do need to do the same thing with that lasso tool and copy my categories. That way I can take them over to the expense tracker. And since tomorrow is technically the last day of March, that's when I'll go ahead and get my beginning balance for the tracker, and I'll write it on this first line. Let me just get my categories right there. And then right here for 4/1, I'll put beginning balance. Cross through right there. So the balance, the beginning balance will be my cushion amount. I think it's around like $93, I want to say. So I'm going to put a question mark so I can update that and make sure it's correct, but I'm not going to do that until tomorrow, or I'll probably just do it on April 1st. So that is it for my April budget. This is how I lay out my budget every single month. I basically do the same routine, set my goals, look through monthly bills, figure out what bills need to be paid with what paycheck. I'll go through and fill out my variable expenses and sinking funds closer, like when I actually do the paycheck breakdown and I see how much my paycheck is, because my check is not the same from check to check. It's dependent on hours, overtime, incentive pay, all of that. I do know this paycheck 4/7 should be pretty good. I worked a lot of overtime and had a few incentive shifts in there. So this check should be pretty good. I should be able to make some damage on Target. Maybe I can finish it off. We'll see. We'll see. We're not going to jump ahead. You'll see I don't have my sheets in here for my side hustle income. When the time comes, what you can do is click add page after, import, and then I have it right there. So I put this one in front of my first paycheck because I know Etsy deposits on every Tuesday. So I'll get one on the 5th. So I'll go ahead and just put this. Now that I've switched over though, I probably won't have an Etsy deposit now that I've switched to my own website. So I'm gonna write Etsy, but it probably, if anything, is not gonna be more than like $100 maybe. So we'll just see when the time comes, but that's just an example of how you can add it in. So with the templates and the budget starter pack in general, you can duplicate the pages as many times as you need to in GoodNotes. Like all these pages I added in here myself from my templates, just added them in over and over again. And that's how I've done my budget. So you can see like all of those with the colors, those are expense trackers. I track my expenses every single day. Like you can see February clearly, I used my debit card a lot. But yeah, I track my expenses every day. So I usually need a lot of pages. I always just start by putting in 3, but obviously I end up adding more. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, you can leave them below. And this is pretty much it for my April budget. This is what I do every single month. So any questions, suggestions, anything of that nature, please leave them down below. I love talking to you guys on here. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. I will leave my website in the description if you're interested in these templates. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.